ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ellison, and from the lair of the Chaos Girlies, I'd like to welcome you back to Dark Souls. Today we're going to be making our way down to Ash Lake, but because we took every opportunity granted to us to defeat the invading Dark Wraith, simply known as Kirk, this is where his armor and corpse will lie, and he drops the Thorny set, which is honestly a little underwhelming. It's kind of freaky looking, but it doesn't really have the best stats. The best sort of aspect about this is a little gimmicky because you can wear it, roll into enemies, and damage them as a result. So if you want, you can cosplay as your favorite Silent Hill adjacent character. I don't even know where it is. It's right over here. It's very heavy, but it is also very cool looking too with the right armor specs, and you should be good to do some minor damage, but personally, yeah, I'm not really feeling it, so I don't even remember what I was wearing before. I think on behalf of the Glorious and of course Ornstein, we'll just be sticking with this for now, because we're not going to be needing it where we're going. So there's a couple of things we have to do before we are able to even access Ash Lake, and that's to descend the Great Hollow. And this area is notoriously difficult for those who are not in tune with their imagination. And so there has been a reason why I've been keeping that on the old hotkey there for a little while, speed dial if you will. And there's also something else we've got to do while we're down here, and that's to speak to the last Chaos Witch, Quilana, which will allow us to get our final pyromancy, and that's going to be really good for us. We could have killed her in the past to get it, but personally, I feel like if we do this diplomatically, we end up in a better place, you know, karmically speaking. And I just wanted to take one last look at Blighttown before we're done for good. Well, minus one small thing, but so long as we don't get attention of the jerks over here, we should be fine to speak to her in peace. So I'm just gonna sneak on over here. I'll be none the wiser. I think I still have my rusted ring on, but if they start chucking shite at us, I'm gonna be a little upset about that, to say the least. How's it going? Just gonna go and take care of you. And an absurd, ludicrous even display of power and strength for this area. And we'll probably have a few mosquitoes joining the fray, but that's alright.
Outstanding. You have done very well. Thank you. I am blessed to have met you. I suppose I can call you fool no longer. I can hardly thank you enough. Please take this. It is all of me.
And there we have it, Fire Tempest, which I think is actually what the Bed of Chaos was doing to us, but at this point she is going to leave, so anything else you might want to do in terms of powering up your pyromancy should probably be done now. And I was thinking about it, and I think I will actually go ahead and throw all of my souls into this. We're officially beyond the original 15 you could get for this, and it is very expensive to get this all the way up to +5, and I'm just short. You know what?
Now go. Don't you dare let yourself go hollow, lest my time spent on you be wasted.
It's a little late for that, girlfriend. I'm pretty sure we might have a soul or two we could throw on here. What do I need, 3,000, right? This should be plenty. Oh, there we go. It almost wasn't. Let's just go and power it up all the way. Because in the future, I might want to have very strong pyromancies. But there we go. I've never ascended it that high before, but that is as good as it's going to get.
Thank you. I suppose...
All right. The rush is that I am being poisoned right now, and I'd rather not be targeted by any other mosquitoes, because they're jerks, and I do not like them. So as far as the DLC is concerned, we'll probably not have enough time to get into that today, but there are more pyromancies and spells down there that do not count towards completion of all of them, so don't worry about that. Go and level my stuff up, just doesn't really need to be worried about right now. And by leveled, I mean repaired, obviously. And we can just keep on running through over here, past all of these jerks. And there should be a little place along this massive tree that we can ignore all these jerks from and make our way down. Unfortunately, there isn't like a, a silver cat ring that we can put on that can make us take less damage from falling. But if you still fall from a fatal height, it'll still kill you, even if you use your imagination. Oop, careful now. So we took a quick dip in here just for a moment, but if you try to explore this area before you have the ability to warp, i.e. you defeat Ornstein and Smo and you don't have the Lord Vessel, then getting back up, I'm not even sure is possible. You very well could accidentally soft lock yourself down, but knowing me, there's probably another way of doing this, and thank you. I keep forgetting this is not Dark Souls 2, and somebody just passed away. Ah, this is fun. So a lot of different ways to go down. There's this path that can lead you on down there, and a lot of places where you can potentially grind for, you know, crystal lizards. And they spawn in different places, so you're gonna want to be a little careful, but there's only one thing of interest here that I really truly want to grab, and it's in this tree of all things. So I don't remember how we're supposed to go for it, but I'm sure there's likely a method to do it easily. And there it is. So you don't want to get too greedy, but sometimes you might just want to take a few suicide runs if you are desperate for those items. It's already a nice little place to fall here, and this is how we're supposed to get out. So obviously we've missed something here, and I apparently am incapable of stepping. Ooh, that would have been very annoying. But you can just see where the crystal lizards are. And depending on where you are, you can load in and out of the game, and their spawns will change. And so you can just kind of keep on going to and fro between your files, and hopefully they pop up for you, but I don't think it's necessarily worth the hassle. So I am gonna actually just drop down here, because this is another little place that you can sort of dictate where you can drop. And there might be a good place here to maybe also go for some of these lizards. So I'm gonna go over here and then check it out. So this is otherwise just a dead end. It's purely just for those crystal lizards, but none spawned here. So I want to see this. I want to see if this will actually work. Let's quit out of the game and try it again. It's sort of funny how now we're starting to play around with this concept of reloading enemy states and whatnot. But here it is. Look at that. Oh god. Alright. Chop. Chop! Oh, and he fell. Luckily it's not Dark Souls 2, so we get the items immediately. But we could just keep on doing this. I don't know if it's necessary. I don't need these materials. Any of them that I want, I can just grind via other methods or purchase from the giant. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. But now we got to make a jump. A jump for our lives. Or I could fall down here. That actually wouldn't be the worst thing. I thought I heard an invasion. So can I make this? Because that would be amazing. Jump! Don't roll. I said don't roll. Good God, I'm so glad I did not forget to use my imagination. We also have basilisks you got to worry about. The most acrobatic of their kind. It's lovely. I don't know how my curse resistance is, but apparently it must be pretty okay. If through all of that I didn't even get cancer. But now I'm at a bit of an impasse, because there's one item I would like to grab. And I don't think I can reach it right now. We have to go back off of that jump that we just did. So, you know what? This is actually a good place to use a homeward bone. That way, we can make our way back to the top. I can use my imagination. And we can actually fall into the trunk. Because there's one ring, one that is really nice to have, especially in Dark Souls 2. That's to get my spell back, since, you know, our effect stays there, but kind of make the distance. Thank you. And then I think we can just fall from up here, right? I think if I just... Oh, shit, I might have to do this a few times. It's not what I'm... Oh, my God. It's not what I meant to do. I might have goofed on myself. Oh, that's not going to work. Let me try this. we're just... Welcome to the title screen once again. Here in Dark Souls Remastered. Oh, this is going to be a long episode, isn't it? And I'm still here. And I'm okay, well. I probably should have just done the thing. Homeward boned again. But I think, yeah, I can totally make that jump. That's easy. I also don't think I necessarily need fall control to be re-upped. I don't think I'm going to use it more than 10 times. But it's this right here, and I'm pretty sure some of these branches, if you jump on them wrong, they'll just send you sliding. So, it's gonna... Here we go. Wait. Okay, my sound effects ran out. But this is the Chloranthy ring, and what this allows you to do is make me change my mind. I don't know why I still have that equipped. Actually, I know exactly why. It boosts your stamina recovery speed, which is really nice. There's, I think, the Blossom Kite shield in Dark Souls 2 that does the same thing as the Grass Crest. It makes your stamina recover faster, but it's not worth it in the way that weight works in that game. And so it's kind of a funny thing about that. Really? Thank you. I really don't want to fall off. It's very interesting, the mechanics of Dark Souls 2 compared to this one, and like weight and stuff like that. Nice little Titanite chunk. And we'll be very careful. We don't have to worry about too many enemies. If we get invaded, I mean, it would be kind of funny, but it would also be a little distressing. So just in case, I'll throw on the fall control. And we wait carefully. Here we go. It's also very quiet. So again... I'm just not going to worry too much about the items here. I don't think I've ever grabbed all of them because I always fall to my death trying to, and I just don't think it's worth it in most situations. And also try to make your way back up from the bottom. I don't know if it's possible, but I'm genuinely curious if that's a thing you can do, because it seems like quite the daunting task. I'm still getting lost over here. So... I must be able to make something, right? Can I land here? I think I can. I think I will try. With a little bit of imagination. Oh, come on. Don't bounce off the walls. White Titanite chunk. I should just take more drops while I still can. I cannot believe this is the first time I'm using fall control. Like, legitimately, unironically in a playthrough. I've never used this spell before in my life, and then all of a sudden I start doing it during recordings, and I'm like, hell yeah, this shit rocks. But we're almost down to the bottom. That won't be able to take us there. You do want to be careful because there are still spots down there that have holes in the floor, and you can still fall to your death, which I love. So if I fall over here, I might be okay, right? Yeah, this is a path leading me to nowhere. Unless I can go down here. Which does not look like it. Alright, I might just need to go for this. Do I just do a walk? The walk, or the talk? Oh, nope. Oh, thank God. Thank God for fall control. Can I tell you that? Sheesh. So, I don't care. I think I glanced at the list of items that are hidden throughout this place. None of them appeal to me. We have plenty of souls. We don't need materials anymore. We're fine. There's no slabs to speak of. There's these guys, and that ladder will take us to a higher level, but I don't think you can go up from that ladder. So it's really strange. And this is the guy that we just killed. Cool. Very fun. Let's get out of here, shall we? How's it going? Hope you guys are enjoying the series. We're going to be done here, and I guess, like, I don't know. The DLC might actually be a little sketchy. I was never good at the Ulasil area, or its bosses, or the, mini bosses. So we'll see what happens, but it's kind of a bummer that this project just it feels like Dark Souls is just one big side quest, and that there's still something beyond the big baddie, and there isn't. Which it doesn't bother me that much. It just feels like one of those things. Sarah and I recently watched Halloween Town on account of the, Halloween holidays and such, and we were like kind of stoned a little bit, and I was drinking, so we're like, it'll be fun. We both really enjoyed it growing up. And towards the end, there was like the big bad meanie is really scary, just like falling from whatever height you dare try to grab that. He was like surprisingly scary, but then afterwards was just this big old fetch quest they had to do of miscellaneous everyday items, and it was so funny because it was like All right, all of that, and then they still win the day. They carpe diem'd their cute little hearts out. Cool, good for them, I guess. Over here we have more of these damn mushrooms. I do not appreciate them because they will hurt, and they will also summon their big friends who are not worth fighting here. They have so much freaking health. I just do not recommend, would not try again in the future. Oh my god. I still had it. I still had my imagination. Okay, good. I'm leaving. And I don't think they have the same drop rates for gold pine resin as the others. So yeah, I'm leaving. Let's go. We have not a minute to spare. Because ladies and gentlemen, the inspiration for Elden Ring, or at least in the headcanon of mine, Ash Lake. Might not seem like there's a whole lot going on right now, but the music, oh man, it is pretty scary here. I forgot there was music here. Well, over there we have another Hydra with a ton of HP, and it's a black Hydra, but you already probably caught a glimpse of the fate of one of the Katarina Knights. And this, my friends, unfortunately, is the end of our friend Siegmeyer. Oh no.
My father, all hollow now. He's been subdued. He will cause no more trouble. It's finally over. I will return to Katarina. You assisted us most greatly. I can hardly return the favor, but please accept this. It's of no use to me now.
And she gives us the Titanite slab.
Dear Father.
Again, the other alternative is, I believe, the Stone Speckle Ring, which we caught a glimpse of in the last episode, and it does raise your elemental defenses pretty significantly, but I think the slab is a bit better since the other one is more situational, but damn, that is so tragic. Now here we have a very testy bonfire, because if you light and rest at this, then you can't homeward bone out, and luckily we're able to warp, so I'm not gonna worry too much about that. 3 souls to fix that again, and let's go and make our way down the plastic beach. There's not a whole lot here for us, except for a massive Hydra that is gonna be shooting at us, so what you wanna do is kind of just make a beeline for it. I don't think there's anything down over there, but he's still gonna shoot us with the same magic as before, and if I get knocked into the dark drink, I'm going to be very upset. I really prefer that not to happen. Just don't make eye contact and you should be fine. We have this trunk we can hide in. And I was thinking about this. There's a dragon scale. I'm gonna kill this Hydra off screen, I think, because it takes way too long to shoot at it from afar. You can't really do the same strategy we used before, and it can also hit you through things, so that's awesome. But anytime you save and quit, their position resets. You know, maybe I should just take him out right now. Maybe I'll just cut it out. That way I can at least just get through this area in peace, because he will chase you down to the ends of the earth. So I guess we'll just go up here. Why? I can't get up this bank. Apparently I'm incapable of going up sand. Well, we can just shoot from afar, you know. Maybe if I use some of my heavy arrows, we might be all right. Do a fairly decent amount of damage. Hide and adjust ourselves as needed. But the water is very deep, so I wouldn't even necessarily worry about going in there trying physically. This is just how I've always done this particular fight. And, oop, gotta watch out, because sometimes their aim can be true. Well, we'll just still take out some of their heads. Maybe this won't take nearly as long as I thought it would. Maybe they have less health than I thought. Or maybe I'm just doing more damage than I expected. I'm decapitating them via arrows. That is slightly embarrassing. Oh shit. Man, it's a good thing that stamina isn't used anytime you shoot an arrow. Like it is in Dark Souls 2. Don't worry, I don't think I'm going to be playing that very soon after this project. That game is a little daunting, but it's weird because I love Bloodborne and Lies of P. I've already done Bloodborne on the channel, and it's just one of those things where some of the similarities are pretty, okay, obvious. I thought he was already dead. I didn't even have a chance to get this cogent train of thought through. Here we go. Oh, and one more ought to do it. So here, let me just see. I'm going to imagine it's probably not going to be very much experience, but one more time, one more shot. Will my aim be true? No. All right, we'll just aim at the body. So I guess depending on who you ask, this battle might actually be a bit easier than the first. Thank you. They dropped 2 dragon scales, and this one does not spawn back, so don't have to worry about that. Once again, we have the return of the man-eating clams, who are going to be very obnoxious, I think. What's your thought here? Here, if I do this, ooh, we're doing like kind of less damage than before. Oh, even the thought of it hurts. Thank you. Don't know how I did that, but wish I could do that more consistently. And we got Twinkling Titanite. Not bad. Again, another decent place to sort of grind for them, but if you're truly on the lookout for Twinkling Titanite, just go back to the Crystal Coves and Seath's fireplace and you should be fine. Yeah, these guys definitely have more experience and health in the Department of Defense. Oh, he was so staggered. What are we thinking? Ooh, not quite the trade you were looking for. But do I get any treasure? No. Man, I was picking up a ton of purging stones off these guys before. It just kind of bothers me that it's just not going to happen this time around. You might want to check around here. I feel like along one of these watery areas, there might be an item. It might be up ahead, actually. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're about near 22 minutes. Yeah, we'll be able to finish this area. I probably just won't fight all of the damn mushrooms, because that would be very annoying. But watch your step, because when sand is wet, it will be slippery. Getting a lot of dragon scales. And oh, is there an item clear over there? I think I see it. I think I see it. You know, let me just make a quick jog over there. See what happens. Pick it up. Damn, that's embarrassing. I got so distracted by the hydras that I just didn't think to come over here. But we've got another dragon scale, so I'm not too upset about that because we're gonna need quite a few of those. But luckily, I think I've got it covered. Good lord, I am so out of freaking shape. And I've noticed that anytime I say good lord, I have to imagine Lambert saying that in Splinter Cell when he's talking to Sam Fisher and he's like, good lord, Fisher, you kiss your mother with that mouth? And then, of course, you know, Mr. Ironside comes up with the most incredible, well-delivered quip of all time.
Good lord, Fisher. That's General Kong Ferrong.
Good lord.
Apparently there's supposed to be a Splinter Cell anime coming out, and honestly, I don't really see myself being all that interested in that. But we have this area. Ooh, you know what? I might die here. Ooh, there are so many invisible walls. But there's one place that I'm supposed to drop down, and it's right here. Yeah. If you want, you could keep on going through here. And this is just going to give you a hint of the item we're about to grab up there. A couple more basilisks, but I could have... Oh, there he is. Lovely mushroom there to ruin the day. Oh, shoot. Leave me be, please. Yeah, I'll let him follow me for just a spell. But I'm just gonna come out of here quietly. It's very scary. And this is where I might meet my watery end, folks. But with armor as heavy as this, I might be just fine. Please don't slip me off. Oh, someone just died. Don't know how. God, you see that? You just go flying. This one is pretty significant if you're looking for all of the miracles, I believe, because this is the Great Magical Barrier, and I don't know where that guy thinks he's going, but I want nothing to do with it. and this will just spit us out right over here. Which again, you might be able to accidentally fall into the drink, so make sure you don't. Man, this area, this is just a V-Bay, one that I feel like is not matched throughout the entirety of the game. It's just a very strange design choice to just have this endless shore, basically. There's somebody here. All right, should we do the final one, I guess? I think you're the last guy, so... Oh, that wasn't quite the twofer. Oh, he's got some other plans. Oof. Once again. Oh, he is just always going to be staggered after that. Not bad. Oh, when he falls forward. And there we go. The double lucky. Purging Stone and Twinkling Titanite. Thank you, sir. That's what I was looking for. But we make our way clear over here. And keep in mind, the entirety of this area is completely optional. You don't need to come here for souls. You don't have to come here for, well, obviously you do for completion, but there's nothing here that is significant enough to divulge yourself from this adventure and see what lies ahead. But damn, I sort of forgot how much of a jog it is. Maybe I should have thrown the Chloranthy ring back on, you know? But ladies and gentlemen, to some, the wait is well worth it, because up ahead we have the everlasting dragon. And because we took the long winding path to get here, he will allow us to join his covenant. Oh my god, this thing is magnificent. I love the way this guy looks. And it seems like it's such a waste of such a badass looking guy just to be, you know, thrown in the deepest, darkest end of Blighttown, of all things. But infamously, one of the things that you can do is read somebody's graffiti over here. Try tail. Indeed, this is another way for us to get a massive dragon weapon. The Dragon Greatsword, which is amazing because he doesn't get mad at us. As a matter of fact, he's literally invincible and will do nothing on the contrary, which means we shall pray to him and enter his covenant. He gives us the Dragon Eye and the Dragon Headstone, which is excellent. We need to offer him a ton of dragon scales, but let's take a look at some of this stuff first. As far as the item is concerned, this will allow us to invade the world of those with the dragon scale. They have to be part of the covenant, and we essentially duel them one-on-one. The winner gets a dragon scale, or maybe they get two, something to that effect, but maybe you get one as a consolation prize. It really is not something that really interests me all that much, so instead we're not going to worry too much about this. What you do want to worry about is equipping a very special item, a new one in the name of the Dragon Headstone. You gain a dragon head and emit dragon breath. This right is only one step but cannot be reversed until death, which means if we happen to put on a, you know, piece of equipment that does not require a headgear, let's go ahead and use it. There we have it. We have officially become one with the dragon, and we can use our fire breath at the expense of a lot of stamina, but depending on what level you are in your covenant, you will be able to dole out even more damage, which is exactly where, I guess, offering dragon scales to this incredible, magnificent beast is going to come into play. So again, to reach level 1, we are going to offer 10 dragon scales. And this is for nothing. No miracles, no unique anythings, but that'll take us to level 1. And nothing's really changed except, well, now we can do our fire even better this time, right? No. Of course, it's 30. That is the big one. And that'll take us to level 2. So, or plus 2. But it does give us yet another item. And we're bestowed upon with the Dragon Torso Stone. And if you decide to give him 80 total dragon scales, which will take forever, it will increase the power, the range, and the strength of your fire breath. But what's significant about this is we're just gonna go all naked, brother. And I'm gonna go and throw on the torso stone. And sure, why not? Let's throw on the old, well, it should be up here, Dragon Greatsword. You need 50 strength to wield this. It is so fucking badass though. Oh, I want it so bad. If anything, that's what I would want to play around with. And do we need anything here? Probably not. Chloranthy probably, but let's go ahead and use the torso stone. Oh, I have become fully dragonized. Hell yeah. And it's at this point that you can do basically emit force. It can deflect projectiles and push enemies back. And it's excellent. Again, with the Dragon Head Stone, this is even more powerful and it doesn't waste your stamina nearly as much. There's like no cooldown. It's just insane, and I wish this just could be so much more viable. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Isn't this thing so cool though? I'm sorry I'm like nerding out like nobody's business, but this is just such a cool thing, you know? I'm like his little baby brother. Thanks, man. But that is everything we can do here. And this fortunately is an area you can warp back to, but that first bonfire we waited at, you can't warp to. So if you're gonna go all the way back over there, simply nothing we can do about it. But, you know, let's end things off here. Next time in Dark Souls, we're gonna head back to the Darkroot Basin and we're going to enter the DLC at long last. And it's a rough go of things from the last time I played it. I'm just gonna say that much, but thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you here in the next one. Take care, everybody.